Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
All right. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Power Hour Watch Along. I'm Adam Dunn here with you. Randy Hales will not be joining us here tonight. As most of you know, Randy had to go have a biopsy done in Little Rock, Arkansas. So he's currently staying with family tonight in the Little Rock area. So Randy will not be on the show here tonight. But we do have a good Power Hour coming up for you today. It's going to be the January 1st, 2000 edition, the best of the Power Hour. We're going to take a look back over 7 different segments. We'll see all kinds of action from 1998 and 1999. Interesting thing about this show, this aired at 9 a.m. on January 1st, 2000. And I'm taking a look at the actual format here. And believe it or not, the show actually aired out of order. I'm taking a look at it, and it says we'll start with the opening theme and Dave and Corey. You'll see that the show does not start that way. It looks like, looking at this, that we started actually on segment 3. So I don't know, just whoever was playing the tape back that day played it out of order. Eventually, we will see every single one of these segments, and as we go along, I'll let you know kind of where we're at on the format on how it was supposed to air. So that's kind of an interesting thing there. Real quick, let's take a look and see at our chat and see if we have anybody on here so far. We'll take a look and see as I scroll back up. All right, it looks like Brooks Tullis, you were the first one in this evening. Brooks says hello to everyone. And then, of course, Greg Wayne was on there saying hello as well. And then our buddy, the Rhinestone Cowboy, Greg Campbell. He made his appearance here with us this evening as well. PJ from over the pond. Of course, no show is complete without PJ being on here. She says hi to everyone. Andrew Calvin says hello to me. Gregory White, he says yellow again, everybody. And Raleigh Welburn watching us on YouTube this evening. He says yellow, everybody. Al Tuttle saying hello to me and everyone as well. And Matt Godwin, he's joining us as well. And Michael Butler, everybody joining us on this evening, so we appreciate that. We may try to see if Randy can maybe text me an update or something, just let us know how things were going. Like I said at the beginning of the show, Randy did have an appointment today to do a biopsy. They did that. Everything went well with it. There were no issues with the biopsy itself. However, we don't have the results of that biopsy and won't have those for a little while. But Randy should be able to return back home to Jonesboro tomorrow. So we appreciate everyone who's thinking of Randy. Randy is watching the show. I see we'll put it on the screen there. He says hello to everybody. We appreciate that. Toby Ortman says he is thinking of Randy. So we appreciate that as well. Randy, if you have any comments or anything, just put them out there and I'll get them on the screen as we go. But speaking of as we go, I think it's about time we get ready. We're going to take a look at this air date of January 1st, 2000 Power Hour, starting off the whole new millennium with a look back at Power Pro Wrestling up to this point. We'll take a look. We'll start it off with Jackie's debut in Power Pro Wrestling.
She's been a fan favorite ever since we first heard of her. Jackie, headed to... Glad to have her a part. We've been waiting for you to be here in Power Pro Wrestling, and we're glad you're here.
Hello, Memphis! Jackie's in the house!
Here comes the Godwin! Oh, yeah! Gideon and Henry all hit the ring. Oh, they got Brandon Baxter, Dave. Uh-oh, Brandon's in between them. They're going to squash it right here. Yeah, well, this plan to destroy Power Pro Wrestling is not looking so good right now as the Godwins, one on either side of him. They have Brandon back.
Yeah, Phineas is holding him there, and Big Henry O standing there.
Oh, the God! Here comes some help in there! The Moon Dog! The Moon Dog! Hit the ring, and here we go! for Bruiser Graham. It's Sid Vicious. He showed up, Randy. Look at this. Here. I heard some rap music. I thought he was going to get you another partner there, Roddy. Okay. It is Tony Falk.
No, don't ever call me Tony Falk. From now on, I'm going by my real name. Two for sure.
Oh, boy. Two Falk for sure.
Tony Falk. You must be tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm dancing.
He is tripping, Dave, I think. Wow. A lot of great folks have been here, and more to come in the future, too. We're going to be back in just a few minutes, and we'll be talking about the career in Power Pro of one Brandon Baxter.
Randy's looking for some help. He doesn't know where it's coming from. Derek King climbs the cage, and he takes care of Aaron O'Grady. Derek King, Power Pro Wrestling. Uh-oh, Derek King gets off the ropes, throws Brandon in the chair. Wait a minute. Derek King. Oh, no. Derek King. In Brandon's absence, he appointed Derek King interim president of Power Pro Wrestling.
All right, so I'm going to let the commercials roll because we do have the commercials on this tape. But like I said, very interesting point here again. We started kind of in the middle of what was supposed to be segment 3. So it was on there that we would see some of the debuts, including Jackie, Sid, Jimmy Valiant, and some other ones. The announcers would react to that, and then we would see Derek King turning on Brandon Baxter. So that was supposed to be segment 3, ended up being the first thing that we saw, and it ended up being about halfway in. We did not see a pre-produced on-tour spot, and we didn't see Dave and Corey pitch to those first appearances. We just kind of started right there in the middle. And I'm trying to remember when I watched this live, I think this actually ended a couple of minutes early, and they had to fill with some commercials. So again, I think just whoever was in master control that day at Channel 5 just aired it out of order. So very bizarre that it happened that way. PJ says, go Tony, and Toby says Tony Falk is a jewel and needs to be protected at all costs. I agree with that. Tony Falk, two Falk for sure. And man, when he teamed up there with Slick Robbie D, and they were the D-Dog, I'm sorry, when he teamed up with Bulldog Reigns, and then he became the D-Dog Posse, we'll see that as well. But currently right now, he's tagging with Slick Robbie D and doing a pretty good job there. So I believe coming out of this, we will actually go into segment 4. So we'll see if that is indeed how it goes. And we'll watch some of these commercials. I know everybody's been watching these commercials quite a bit, so let's take a look at those.
Homework Hotline from Action News 5.
For free TV5 Power Pro Wrestling tickets, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to TV5 Power Pro Wrestling, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104.
Well, hey, Brandon Baxter was originally scheduled to be here with us today on the special Best of Power Hour, but unfortunate with Cornette.
No, Cornette had tried to suffocate him and tried to light him up with that fireball a couple of weeks ago. Just terrible what he's done, but as a result, Brandon's not here, right?
Well, we asked Brandon, Dave, to go back and pick one of his favorite memories of the Power Hour, and he wanted to hear some word from one of his favorite guys. We took a walk down Bad Street, Michael P.S. Hayes.
Hi, everybody. Handsome Doc Hendricks of the WWF here to talk about the big weekend in Memphis. Of course, St. Valentine's Day Massacre at the Pyramid, Sunday, February 14th. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I just heard? I think I heard someone breathe a sigh of relief. And could that someone, Randy Hales? Randy, got bad news for you. Handsome Doc Hendricks ain't coming to Memphis. You want to know why? Because coming back after a long time is none other than Michael P.S. Hales, born on Bad Street, USA. And the reason they called it Bad Street was the further you went down the block, the better it got. And we lived in the last house on the right. See, back in 1994, I met this up-and-coming young prospect, and I really took a shine to him. I liked him. I took him under my wing. He's like a little brother to me. And I told him, I said, Brandon, oh yeah, I am talking about Brandon Baxter. Brandon, anytime you think that you need some help, don't you hesitate to pick up the phone, because you are not alone. And call OPS. Well, you'll never guess what happened last week. Oh, it was Brandon Baxter, and he wants help. Friday night, February 12th, me.
Probably one of the best Michael Hayes interviews ever. Unbelievably good. And yet this was supposed to be segment 4 of this show. And Brandon was supposed to pitch to this, but you heard because of the situation with Cornette, Brandon could not be there.
See, what you don't know is I am old school.
And I love this as we see the reaction of Randy in studio, realizing that Doc Hendricks is not the one coming to town, but Michael P.S. Hayes.
As the king of deception, been known to hitch a ride with a trucker, and everyone in Memphis knows Michael is one bad mother. Gotcha. I got you, didn't I? I still love to rock, and I still love to roll. And trust me, on February 12th, I'll make you lose your self-control. You so much anticipation, but I have never cared about my bad reputation, because I don't need 69. My fun will do 68. I'll just owe you one. The bottom line is this. I'm coming to Memphis, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. And it's been 4 years in the making. And if you ask anybody in the dressing room, they'll remind you I'm stiff. I'm real stiff. So Friday night, February 12th, Brandon, the Bad Street Boogie's coming to town. And guess what, Randy Hales? You and Jim Cornette?
You know, Brandon had some good times here, has had some good times here. We hope he has many more. He's also had some very, very tough times, including this one that we wanted to show you. It was an unscheduled match between Brandon and Derek King, and it involved the untimely debut of one Jim Cornette.
I remember that.
Now, Davey rolls in the ring. Look out, here we go.
No referee.
Didn't expect this one, and yeah, no referee in the ring. To the top rope goes Derek King, and Brandon Baxter right on top of him.
He turned C.B. Wyatt, and C.B.
Look out.
Oh, look out.
Right into our set over here. Referee Aubrey Wayne is here, and I guess, Dave, we can ring the bell.
Yeah, we've got a referee now.
It's an official bout. What a way to kick off the Power Hour.
Oh, man, with an unscheduled match, King trying to collect $5,000 and be taken seriously, he thinks, by beating up on Brandon Baxter here.
Mr. Personalities comes around. He misses. Baxter moves. And Derek King getting a little taste of his own medicine. Baxter nails him. Down he goes again. And look at Brandon Baxter go.
Brandon definitely in control. Derek King's got to be given second thoughts right now about whether he should have issued this challenge or not.
Look at Baxter go. Yeah, Derek's thinking about those $5,000. But hey, you wonder now even if the $5 grand's worth it, because Baxter puts the stunner on him. This can do it. He pins him.
Oh,
hey, look out.
Lights are...
What's going on? Hey, look out.
Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette. Cornette shows up with that tennis racket.
What is this?
Hey, come on.
Looks like everybody's trying to collect $5,000 here today.
I know. The referee's calling for the bell.
Brandon Baxter.
James E. Cornette, not even scheduled to be here today, shows up on the Power Hour. Here comes Alan Steele out. C.B. Wyatt nails him with those nunchucks. There's Robbie D. They knock Robbie out.
He was nailed by Derek King as he tried to get up on the ring apron.
Hey,
meanwhile, Cornette is jumping up and down on Brandon Baxter. He really blasted him with that tennis racket, and again he nails him. He got him right in the head one time, yeah. Not choking him.
Now Cornette thinks he's Andre Agassi or somebody, I guess, with that tennis racket. He's putting it on Brandon Baxter.
Except Agassi doesn't choke people with it.
No, he doesn't. He plays by the rules, unlike Cornette's doing in here. Robbie D finally, here comes some help. Randy sends out Kurt Angle and Whoopi D. Whoopi with the hubcap, and the hubcap a little too much for that tennis racket. Cornette takes off.
The Power Hour is a lot of fun for us. We get to see some great talent. We also get to see some future superstars. That's always been the case around Memphis, Tennessee. When you look at the greats in wrestling, most of them have been right here in this building. And that is certainly the case with these folks we're going to see right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
A little deviation from the rundown here as well. You heard Dave and Corey pitch to some up-and-coming stars. This right here, of course, is the match between The Rock and Too Sexy Brian Christopher at the Mid-South Coliseum. And we'll go to break out of this, and we'll come back, and then we'll see where we come back to after that. What was slated to be here was showing Michael, Brandon Baxter, and Baldo when they arrived in the hearse. I remember that very well. Really good highlights here. This was put together by James Estes, the producer, director, for the first part of Power Pro Wrestling. He did a fantastic job making these highlights and putting them together. The Rock in Memphis when he was the Intercontinental Champion. And then you see Kid Ripley coming in. Todd, Randy can answer your question here, but I believe Michael, that was all part of the WWF developmental deal, having Michael come in, so it wouldn't have cost Power Pro any money, because all that talent was paid by the WWF at the time. Cornette has a tennis racket, Jimmy Hart has a cane and megaphone. Wonder what Randy will choose to hold. BJ, I'd say a chain is what he has. All right, so we go to commercial there, and we might jump into the commercials here in just a little bit if we have time, and we'll take a look at those. Greg Campbell asking Randy if he's okay. Randy, if you're still watching, if you want to chime in there and let Greg know how you're feeling, how you're doing. As I know right now, Randy plans to stay the night where he's at, and then he'll drive back tomorrow, hopefully be able to work tomorrow as well. And then he will, as soon as he knows the results of the biopsy, they'll schedule surgery, hopefully, and we'll know more as that gets scheduled. So this is the best of Power Pro Wrestling. This aired on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2000 at 9 a.m. So coming up on almost 24 years ago. Incredible to believe. We'll go ahead and we'll jump back in and take a look at some of these commercials, and then I'll let you know where we're at segment-wise when we get back into it here on the best of the Power Hour. I'm going to assume this was probably a Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail commercial. Raycom Media, the parent company of TV5 and several other TV stations at the time, was all part of the Alabama retirement community, and Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail was a part of it.
Tonight? Hey, I think this might be the apocalypse.
No, it's Saturday Night Live with Gwyneth Paltrow and Bare Naked Ladies.
This is exactly what St. John predicted.
I told you it's Saturday Night Live.
Yep, here comes a wall of flame.
You just stepped into hell, baby.
The first show of the new century for the end of the world. You decide. Tonight.
Closed captioning of Action News 5 is brought to you by Abra Auto Body and Glass. Quality people doing quality work, guaranteed.
Obviously now kind of getting back on track. This will be what was supposed to be the open and segment 1 of the show.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
Hello again, everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin. We're not at ringside here today. We got a special edition to start the year 2000. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
And Happy New Year to you, too. Hey, we've had a lot of great things happen on the Power Hour here in the last little while, but one of our fondest memories is our very first show. That was on April 18th, 1998. Watch.
Memphis, Tennessee, known worldwide for the beautiful sights of the Mississippi River, for being known as the birthplace of the blues and Beale Street, and for being home of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. For 50 years, Memphis has been the professional wrestling capital of the world. And now, it's with great pleasure that we welcome you to the very first edition of TV5 Power Pro Wrestling.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that how you do the open to the first show, or what?
Hello, everybody. Dave Brown with Corey Macklin. We are live in the studios of WMC TV5 with Power Pro Wrestling, and it's underway. Right now.
Boy, wasn't it great having those balloons drop and the enthusiasm of all the fans and all that sort of thing. It was terrific. Hey, another first of day was the blast off in the dome. Take a look.
Highlights of Blast Off in the Dome, June 27th. It says 1999. That was actually June 27th, 1998. Blast Off in the Dome. Once again, put together by James Estes, with the videographer there from TV5 to tape all of this. We must see referee Kevin Christian for this match. City by the Bay, watching on YouTube, says, shout out and God bless Randy. A lot of people wishing you well, Randy. We know everything's doing good. Oh, look at Aubrey going after Cornette there. Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express. Who remembers the Midnight Express? The new Midnight Express. Art Dunn and Bob Holly, I believe. Very short-lived in the World Wrestling Federation. Booked here in a match against Rock and Roll Express, Rick Morton and Robert Gibson. Look at everybody in this match. You got the Moondogs, Tracy Smothers. Men on a Mission was in there as well. The Birdman, Coco Beware. Ooh, there goes Mo on that table. He's the Birdbuster on Dundee. And the Spellbinder. Then the Freak. Smashes that ball over Mo's head. See, Creighton Armour, Director of Operations, trying to get out there. This is kind of what set up the whole July 4th Rumble on the River. And there's the Road Dogg who beat Generation X against Brian Christopher. If you follow the format here, we will go to commercial out of this highlight video. Jeff Jarrett's only appearance for Power Pro Wrestling at the Mid-South Coliseum. Went against the Sweet Music Man, Billy Joe Travis, with Brandon Baxter in his corner. Didn't end well for Baxter, as you'll see here in just a moment. Jeff rolls him up, gets the win. Brandon with the guitar, but instead he gets hit. And then there's Buddy Landell in the ring as well. Of course, the fireworks. How awesome was that? All right, so once again, as it goes to commercial, now we just saw segment 1. So I believe we'll stay in order, and I believe we will next show segment 2. Then I think we'll skip over because we already showed the other segments. So again, a little odd that it ran out of order there as well. Take a look here and see a comment that we got coming in here from Todd Alexander. Interesting to see Rock and Roll Express wearing the NWA on their tights back in Power Pro days. Any thoughts considering NWA was barely alive as a promotion then? Yeah, very interesting, but I believe they still wore those tights for quite a while. We're getting close now to, I think we have maybe just a week or two left of the Jim Cornette booking era. And then you'll see things take a dramatic shift here in the next couple of weeks. And you'll see a lot of people returning, including Robert Gibson will be back on the show. And coming up in several weeks, not only will you see Robert Gibson, but you also see one half of the Fantastics will be along as well. Tracy Smothers returns. Wolfie D returns. A lot of big stuff to come in the weeks ahead. We do have a couple more weeks of Jim Cornette booking after the first of the year here, but then things will take a change as Randy Hales gets back in control of Power Pro Wrestling. Up back now, we'll take a look at some of these commercials.
A honey butter biscuit, all for just $1.99.
Moving to NBC Fridays.
What we have to do is solve crimes.
All new episodes of Law & Order Special Victims Unit.
You tell us what happened.
We need to know.
Every Friday, all new episodes.
Jeremy Gibson says, safe travels to Randy. Says hello to me. Hope the day and night are going well. They are for me. I think Randy's doing well.
10/9 Central NBC Fridays, January 7th. Who wants to win?
Todd says they also wore those tights in their brief 2K stint. They did. It's just they had worn those tights as a tag team for quite a long time, and it didn't change during this time either.
You know, I remember a triple threat hardcore match. This was wild. We had Bulldog Reigns in here, Vic Grimes, strange guy, and Steve Bradley in this match. Take a look.
And then we've got a hardcore match.
Yep.
One of my favorite matches on Power Pro Wrestling. This is segment 2, where Dave and Corey pitched to the hardcore triple threat match with Bulldog, Bradley, and Vic. So we'll take a look at this. Get to really see some of Bradley's high-flying moves here, some good hardcore stuff. Goes everywhere, goes in the back, goes out in the parking lot. My kind of live TV5 wrestling right here.
This is going to be a triple threat hardcore match, but he took off after Rocky Redbird.
Don't tell him where he may be.
Just remind you, because Randy is not in town, there will also be no Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night, November 14th. There will not be a Talking Memphis Wrestling, so be sure to join us for that next week. Randy will be back next week for the Power Hour, and we'll have the panel together next Tuesday night. But no Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow. But we do thank you for joining us today for this Power Pro Watch Along, the best of Power Pro Wrestling from January 1st, 2000.
It can be out on the floor, it can be outside in the parking lot, out on top of our studios, wherever it is. It counts as a pinfall. It's a hardcore match right here today on the Power Hour. DDT from Vicious Vic Grimes. Man, oh man, you talk about action. This reminds me, Dave, of those wild and woolly bouts we used to have with the Moondogs and all those guys. They would bring any and everything into the ring. And at that time, it wasn't a hardcore match. It was just a fight, and that's what it reminds me with all of these.
You know, Todd, we've talked about this. Not only was Cornette very high on Bradley, everyone was very high on Bradley. We all thought he was going to be the next big thing in the World Wrestling Federation. I don't think Steve ever made any on-air appearances, maybe some dark matches, and I think a couple of commercials for WWF he may have been on as an extra. But Steve just never did get called up to the main roster. You'll see as we continue watching this show, Steve leaves and comes back and has a different persona a little bit, an attitude change, but still never did get the call up and never did understand that. Watch this here.
To convert it into a drop kick that put Grimes down on the floor.
Steve Bradley, unfortunately, is no longer with us.
You talk about hardcore, Dave. This is it right here today on the Power Hour. Action all over the place. Out on the floor they go. Steve Bradley bounces off the rope. Over the top.
What a move. He came right out of the ring over the top rope and takes both both of them down as he does it.
What a
Studio
nice,
so packed, you have the
move
crowd
from
going
Bradley.
around
The
all the
guy
way on
went
all
flipping
four
right over
sides.
that top rope. Bulldog range with the boot right to the head of Vic Grimes. It's a triple threat hardcore match. This is the first time I've ever seen this, I think, Dave, in wrestling, a triple threat hardcore.
Certainly first time ever on TV.
No doubt about it.
May have happened somewhere. Oh, look out. That's Bradley.
They go out of the studio in the back.
Back in the hallway, Grimes is chasing him.
That's near our monitors back in the back engine room areas they're fighting.
Now they're headed toward the dressing room area.
Yeah.
That door open.
Down the hall there they go in the studios of TV5.
Bulldog Grimes, now Bradley with Bulldog.
Well, they're near the executive offices back there, Dave. These guys have been...
I don't know where all they're headed, but they're going to run out of camera cable pretty soon, I'm afraid.
As I mentioned just a few moments ago, and Randy's mentioning as well, no Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night. Randy will return next week for both the Power Pro Watch Along and Talking Memphis Wrestling. Randy returns both next week. No Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow.
Look at that. There's Steve Bradley. There comes the referee. He finally caught up with him. Whoa! Big gallon of water. Looks like he's just smashed over the head of Grimes and Bulldog. Steve Bradley looks like he's got the upper hand right now.
Yeah, looks like somebody's starting a water truck or something here. Huh?
Into the van they go. Man, talk about wild and woolly action. We've got it today on the Power Hour. Man, he rams Bradley's head. And he hits the referee. Yeah, now come on, Big Grimes. Grimes looks like he's got a table out there. It's over. I don't know where he's gotten it from.
Yeah, that's what it is. Big old long folding table. He's setting it up beside the van.
I don't reckon like.
As we left the air last week, he leaped off the van onto a table. The table turned over, and he ended up landing on the parking lot.
Ooh, right into one of the lights.
Yeah.
Let's go. Big Grimes sets Bradley on top of the table there. Uh-oh, he did the same thing last week, Dave. This guy's nuts. Climbing up on top of the station van is Big Grimes. Right. Oh, what is that? The Redbird with water. Oh, he misses. The Redbird with the water gun shoots him.
Look at this.
Redbird counts. He got in. He got in. Steve Bradley wins. A big day today on Power Pro Wrestling, as you said that you have a big announcement out here.
Very big announcement I want to make. So I could just go a little quiet in here. Jackie, everybody knows that you're the love of my life. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to ask you right here in front of all of Memphis, will you marry me?
Garrett, the answer to your question?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe my ears. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Well, Jackie, accept the proposal.
All right, so how about that? We saw Derek King propose to Jackie. Jackie even says yes. Imagine that. All right, so that was segment number 2, and then we've already seen segments 3 and 4. So when we come back out of break, we should be on segment 5, and we'll see a lot of the Power Pro WWF talent that was in Power Pro Wrestling during that time. Todd has a question. I want to pop on the screen here, and I'll read it. As far as you know, when they did TV on Saturday mornings, the wrestlers were paid, right? I heard Dundee say that it was for TV exposure and not a paid gig. So it depends. A lot of that depends on who was booking, who the wrestlers were with, and if they drove to get there or not. A lot of that kind of depends. Usually there was a little bit of a payout there for television, but most of the time, especially back during the Jarrett days, probably not. During this time, any wrestler that was signed to a WWF contract was paid by the World Wrestling Federation. Power Pro Wrestling itself received a fee weekly from the World Wrestling Federation for providing the venue for that, and all the on-tour places that they went and everything like that. Local talent was paid by the promotion, and TV5 also paid Power Pro Wrestling weekly for being on the TV station. Times have changed. Now most wrestling companies that are local are having to pay to be on TV or are on some other type of platform. You don't have big wrestling companies or small wrestling companies getting paid like that anymore. Of course, WWF and AEW and places like that, they have TV rights paying for them. But yeah, Power Pro Wrestling was paid by the TV station, paid by WWF, and WWF contracted talent was paid by them as well. So we'll get back into this. We'll take a quick look at the on tour, and we'll get back into it.
The perfect sports entertainment to raise money for your school or civic organization. Call 870-932-3028 today for more information. School leaders, civic group leaders, contact Power Pro Wrestling and bring the stars of Power Pro and the World Wrestling Federation to your hometown.
The Power Hour is a lot of fun for us. We get to see some great talent. We also get to see some future superstars. That's always been the case around Memphis, Tennessee. When you look at the greats in wrestling, most of them have been right here in this building. And that is certainly the case with these folks we're going to see right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Nick, Randy is doing well. Thanks for asking about it. Randy has been doing some messaging on here to let us know that he's doing well.
The match, all right? Hey, Billy, don't start that stuff. I'm not giving you got a match. I want to sing a little song today. Go something like this. We don't need a song. Where you going to hear it? Catch up on my blue jeans, just burn my hand. Lord, it's gonna be about all right, that's a super kick. Go. Oh, hit the hot dog, baby. Oh, look out. Come on, Billy. Now who's the top dog around here of the franchise? I said it. I'm taking care of Jackie and Samantha. I'm going to teach them a lesson.
I don't think so. Let me tell you, you sit here talking about the women are the root of all evil. Everybody knows the reason you think the women are the root of all evil. Your wife left you, and everybody out here knows it because you're old, you're fat, you're lazy, and you didn't take your Viagra.
Oh, hey, come on, you guys. Don't set all of that personal stuff.
Meanwhile, Spellbinder has
Moondog and the superstar Bill Dundee.
Master B are here.
Hey, we're going to whoop that boy so bad when I get through with him, his name going to be Rodney King Mabel.
Look out, Bobby.
Oh, look out. Great throw. Pretty good, right?
Where it doesn't belong in there. Hey, Big Grimes, he dropped the big legs down on both of them. And they continue. 5 against 1.
5 against 1, just ridiculous. Now they hold it up and Randy Hales takes a couple of swings at it.
Oh, man, I tell you.
Randy and Reigns had a falling out when Randy felt that Reigns and a couple other members of the syndicate at the time were not getting the job done. So he brought on this big...
You're 5'7", what are you? $180. I'm 6'5", 200 pounds of shredded steel and sex appeal.
Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. Show him. Show him.
This man has been very proud of his own body ever since he's been here.
You got a good physique, and when you go to the gym just like this idiot, them dumbbells don't punch back. But all right,
on his shoulder. Mr. Hales, this is you, he says.
Wow, that was a chair shot. Half there. Good night. And then on the ball there as well. This is what makes people going after Aubrey, and this is what, watching a couple months ago, got Buddy Wayne involved.
Yeah, Brandon ducked out of the way, and he hit Randy Hales with his fist. Oh, no. Well, there's more help for Randy Hales. Look out, Brandon. Coming to help Randy Hales. Man, he just threw him by the throat halfway across the ring. Now the referee trying to help, and Baldo just... Andy, we've seen plenty of you today.
There's less than 4 minutes left in this show, and let me tell you something. Dave Brown, you spent your whole life hiding behind a desk. Corey Macklin, you've spent your whole life doing the same thing. The way we made in this business is by willing to take the risk. You are both cowards. You're both liars. You both don't deserve to be on this TV show. You both suck as announcers. You both suck as human beings.
Let me tell you, you can stand out here and insult us all you want to. We know what our job is. We do our job. We do it week after week. And you're not going to bait us up there into a match just because you're out here as part of your power play here today. You're
my kids out of this way. They got nothing to do with this.
Hey, CJ, Corey Macklin's a cow.
Come on, Randy, now just cut it out.
Hey, Trail.
Everybody can see what's going on here.
This show's about.
Well, Dave, I know you got an image of holding. You're the head weather guy here. But these two guys, they're not going to bring my family in this. It's already been a tough week for me already.
Don't let him bait you into this. Don't let him do this to you.
I'll have guys myself.
I don't have any doubts you can, but don't. Come on, Corey. No. This is not a good idea. There's no telling what they've got in mind. He's always talking about the plan. I wish you wouldn't do this.
What a great Did Corey get a pop
and
or
you know
what?
We got some folks right now in Power Pro that you'll be seeing in the future in the WWF.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's take a break. Get it on with more of the best of the Power Hour.
For those of you that don't know Brian Christopher backstage in real life, you know it just as well as I know it, Dave. Nobody likes him. He's an egotistical maniac, and to tell you the truth, quite frankly, Brian Christopher is a... I can't help it, Dave. Brian Christopher, you're a prick.
Oh, come on, Randy.
Come on, man. That's exactly the truth. That is right.
Hey, look out, Dave. Look out. Randy. Hey, come on. What in the world? What has gotten into you, Brian?
Give me that. What you call me? What you call me? You want some too? Huh? That's what he is. I can't believe you try to buy me back. You try to buy back my friendship with a gift, with a sorry TV.
Come on.
The best of the Power Hour continues. This is January 1st, 2000 edition of Power Pro Wrestling. We just come out of segment 5. Coming up, we're going to see Kurt Angle going against J.R. Smooth, and we'll have Mark Henry in studio as well. So that's coming up in what would be segment 6 from this Saturday morning, aired at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, January 1st, 2000. Randy Hales not with us here tonight. As we discussed, there will be no Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow either. Randy had a biopsy done today to see when they can schedule surgery. He's outside of Little Rock in Cabot, Arkansas, going to stay the night there. He couldn't drive for 24 hours. Then he'll be back in Jonesboro tomorrow. And then next week, Randy will rejoin us here on the Power Hour and on Talking Memphis Wrestling next Tuesday night. So again, no Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of these commercials, and if any comments come on, well, I'll go ahead and see here. Matt says, Brian Christopher was a great heel. Saw him many times at the Earl Bell here in Jonesboro. So Matt Godwin watching from Jonesboro, Arkansas. We appreciate. Be sure you tell a friend that we are streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on Twitch and Twitter. We're all over the place. Make sure you have your friends watch and tune in every Monday night right here for the Power Pro Wrestling Watch Along.
show on TV's moving to NBC Mondays.
You look a little bit like my grandpa.
Oh, is your grandpa super cool? Time magazine calls Freaks and Geeks one of the best shows of the year.
So, Lucian, to answer your question, was Power Pro ever aired anywhere else besides WMC back in those days? Power Pro Wrestling was exclusively on WMC TV5. There was talks at one time about Raycom Media, the parent company of TV5, about them showing it on all their Raycom-owned stations.
Been around the
It
waist
did
of some
not
very
ever come to
impressive
pass.
wrestlers over the last couple of years, including the first champion, a guy named as Baldo. Some folks know him now as Prince Albert, then Michael Hayes, J.R. Smooth. Let's take a look at J.R. as he is defending the title against a former Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Here is the Power Pro champion, J.R. Smooth. He has held that belt for some time. He won it from Michael B.S. Hayes weeks ago.
Of course, J.R. Smooth would later on go to be Rikishi in the World Wrestling Federation. Here he is taking on Olympian Kurt Angle.
Olympic champion. Hey, don't forget, Martin, Tennessee, Power Pro Wrestling will be there at the high school. Cheerleaders are sponsoring it. All you folks in and around Martin, Dresden, all around there, make your plans to be there. And in Paragould next Friday night. Look at Kurt Angle go. He wastes no time in attacking J.R. Smooth, the champion.
He gets a jump starting. Yes, sir. Down goes the Power Pro champion, J.R. Smooth, and the big guy rolls out, and here they go. Out on the floor, Smooth at Angle. Over there on set. Kurt Angle fighting back, and Smooth stops it. Look at
He blocked him. Now he slams J.R. Smooth's head into the table.
Kurt Angle undefeated in the Power Pro since his arrival a couple of months ago, Dave. Everybody that's lined up against him, he's an Olympic gold medal winner. I tell you, I like his chances here today against J.R. Smooth.
When he walks out of here today, he's either going to have his first loss in Power Pro Wrestling, or he's going to be the Power Pro champion.
No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's going to happen right here today on the Power Hour. What a day from start to finish. Look out, he sets him up. Belly to belly, and down goes the big guy. 2 count on Angle, all he gets. Starts off with Bruce Pritchard from the World Wrestling Federation, making that big announcement of the great partnership with Power Pro Wrestling.
That's exactly right.
Great announcement from Bruce. Great to have him here today. Good friend. And also had that great Young Guns title bout. It was Steve Bradley and Wolfie D here earlier today. It's been a full day on the Power Hour.
And I heard Black Doll, part of BSK over here, and he said this match should not be happening. I gather...
You guys don't respect the champion right here.
Oh, we respect him, all right.
We respect him. We don't respect you guys for all that stuff you're doing. That's what we don't respect.
It was the champion's
you have to earn
decision.
respect to get respect.
It was the champion's decision to put the belt on the line against Kurt Angle here today. He's the one that agreed to it. Kurt Angle, he asked. He didn't come out demanding, oh, you give me a title match. He came out and he said, I would love to have a shot at the Power Pro title. He's got it counted too. Oh, my goodness. I thought we had a new champion right there.
I mean, it was close. Angle, let me tell you, with the agility he's got, Dave, he can maneuver around that ring mighty, mighty good. And he is really slowing down J.R. Smooth. Smooth back on his feet. It's DDT, DDT. Look at Angle put it to him. Angle hooks the leg, a 1, a 2, oh!
Again, very, very close, but only a 2 count. It's tough to get a 3 count on a champion, let me tell you.
But Angle doesn't quit. Nope. He bounces from rope to rope. Big clothesline. And there goes a black sheep, Bobby Dahl. He takes off with the Power Pro title. That's a 2 count.
Kurt Angle has been solo so many times in this match. Now Bobby Dahl up on the ring apron, distracting. He's got the referee.
Whoa! Smooth misses. Angle grabs the belt from him. He nails Smooth with the Power Pro title. Takes that black sheep. He hooks the leg. Could this do it?
Oh my goodness. The fans.
The entire crowd thought that was going to be the end of the match. Wow.
What a great bout for this Power Pro title.
It really was just
What a
an
great bout for the
amazing,
Power Hour. Glad
amazing
you
match
joined us
on
here
the Power
today.
Hour.
Thank you for joining us today.
This shows you really how good of a wrestler Rikishi is.
Live from the studios of TV5. JR Smooth, the big guy, gets it. Two
count.
And the referee sees his foot on the bottom rope. Yeah.
Yep. Smooth.
He breaks the cover.
He had that foot up there on the rope. And the referee saw it and stopped the count. There was no travesty. He had his foot on the rope.
I didn't see that.
What were you looking at? Take off your sunglasses. You could see that he had his foot on the rope.
Kurt Angle down in the middle of the ring and Smooth. Yeah, Black Sheep says this is it.
Well, you could be right.
The big guy up on the top rope. Oh!
Angle climbing the rope.
Angle go.
He grabs JR Smooth. They're both up on the ropes, trying to maintain their balance. Angle's on the top rope. He's got JR Smooth. He throws the suplex off the top rope.
1, 2, 3.
And I love this. The crowd gets so excited. You're watching the camera pans left. They knock down the sign. I mean, that was a huge win for Kurt Angle.
Why not? The Olympic champion has just won his first professional heavyweight championship. The Power Pro champion is Kurt Angle.
If you think for one moment that I'm going to sit there and allow the 1, 2, 3, you're drinking some serious NyQuil, boy, because I'm going to beat you like a 3-year-old in Kmart, if you know what I mean. What?
That's Derek King running CBY.
Yeah, King and White.
Oh, no wonder they're running.
Derek King there running away from Nicole Bass. I think I would run away from Nicole Bass also. So coming out of this, I believe we have one more segment left as we get close to the end of the show. Appreciate everybody watching. Again, Randy Hales not with us here tonight. He will be back next Monday night for the Power Hour watch-along. No Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night. We will return next Tuesday and have the panel with us as well, as we are just about to get done here with this Power Hour. Hope you've enjoyed watching the best of the Power Hour. If you're new to us or haven't seen all the shows, we go through episodically week by week, and we're currently on the January 1st, 2000 edition of the Power Hour. You've seen the other 89 shows kind of highlighted here in this particular program. We're just a little over halfway through Power Pro Wrestling. It was a 3-year stint on WMC TV5 from April of 98 to April of 2001. We're currently getting into January 2000. The Jim Cornette booking era has been going on for several weeks. We got about 2 more weeks of that left, and you'll see those coming up in the next couple of weeks. And then Randy Hales takes things back over, and we start another era of Power Pro Wrestling here coming up in just a few weeks. We'll take a look here and see if we have any more comments that have come in while I've been talking. Let's see. Gail Brooks says hello to Randy. And we'll see anyone else here as well. Al Tuttle. Let's see. LMO beat like a 3-year-old in Kmart. That wouldn't fly today. And then Randy, I believe, says hey to Gail as well. So that's pretty awesome there. So we'll go back and we'll take a look at some of these commercials. There's a drinking driving commercial going on right now.
They just don't mix. Well, we saw Steve Bradley. He defeated Kurt Angle for that Power Pro Championship.
Yes, he did. I believe that was in August of 1999. He was able to hold the belt for quite a while, and then somebody else comes to Power Pro.
A guy by the name of Rico Constantino. Take a look at this bout.
Yeah, that's what we need, is a Cornette exterminator around here.
Yeah, I tell you, he thought he had him, but he could not make it stick. And Cornette acting like a big baby.
Now we're going back just a few weeks here to kind of wrap things up. Steve Bradley against Rico Constantino. probably the smallest crowd that was ever in the Power Pro studio was on this particular day. I believe it was due to the time that the show aired, and I believe there may have been some bad weather as well. See, there's only a crowd on one side there, which is a travesty considering this match here between Rico and Steve Bradley, two technicians going at it, and this was a heck of a match. We'll wrap this up in just a few moments, and we'll take a look at what's happened recently on the Power Hour, and you'll see what happened last week when Brandon Baxter got a quote present from Cornette and the organization, and they put a bag over his head and choked him. You'll see that highlight coming up here in just a moment before we go off the air tonight. You'll want to make sure that you join us next week. It'll be episode 91, the January 8th, 2000 edition of Power Pro Wrestling. Randy Hales will be back with us next week as we continue our watch-alongs here.
Really struggling to get his title here today against the challenge that is a formidable one from Rico Constantino. Constantino rolled over, covered, 1, 2, maybe it. Oh! Shoulder comes up, left shoulder again off the mat, and again Jimmy Cornette is screaming.
About a 2.5 count. I mean, just an inch away from the 3 count, Rand.
No doubt about it. Here comes Bradley. Rico Constantino out of the way, guys. This is an opportunity now. He took a lot of pounding, a lot of beating, but now, mistake by Bradley. Let's see if he can get back in it, and he does.
He does, and look at Constant go. Hey, reversal. He whips him into the ropes. Comes off. Hey, lands on his feet. Look at this guy. I'm telling you, he's just exciting to watch. A big spinning kick, and down goes the champion.
A couple of very impressive wrestlers here. These guys, main eventers anywhere in the country, let me tell you.
No doubt
what a match, what a match. Both wrestlers giving it all they got. They're both tired. Bradley looks like he's about out on his feet. Constantino swinging at him. Who can hang in there the longest? Who can capitalize on a mistake and get the 3 count and the championship?
Flying elbow from Constantino. We'll see right now. The momentum is in the corner. Rico Constantino. Big backdrop. Down goes the Power Pro champion. And Constantino has came in here fired up. He wants that Power Pro championship, Randy Hill.
No doubt about it. He's ready to go. Rico with a great flip, and he has him.
1 count. That's a 2.
Only a 2 count. Oh, man, I thought it might have been over here. We had us a new champion. Well,
he only needs a 3 count, but no man can get it done. Look out.
Referee nailed it. Bradley's coming off the ropes. He did not intend to hit the referee. Rico was just not where he thought he was going to be when Bradley sprung off those ropes. Constantino drops down.
Sudden impact.
Is that what it is? That's the move? Sudden impact. Constant. Look out.
Cornette swinging the tennis racket.
He's got Cornette. Picks him up. Slams him down with his suit and all. And Cornette, here comes 7 in. And Constantino grabs him.
The sudden impact again. Man, this Rico's the real deal. Power in the face of Sin.
Sin brought that powder in. He saw she had to get her hand and kicked it out of her hand. Here's a clever.
Again. 1, 2, 3.
We have a new champion.
He got him. He got him. Rico Constantino.
With the sudden impact cord. Tony beat everybody. Rico Constantino has just won the Power Pro Heavyweight Championship.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the look back at a little bit of the history of Power Pro Wrestling and the Power Hour. Speaking of the Power Hour, we're back next week, regular time. It'll be a live show. We hope to see you with us or on television.
First show for 2000.
That's exactly right. Hey, Power Pro is going to be on the road. New Bern, Tennessee. That's coming up Thursday night and Friday night. Paragould, Arkansas. K-Fine is going to be presenting Millennium Mayhem in Paragould, Arkansas.
That's going to be a big night in Paragould. I can't wait to kick off year 2000 here with Power Pro Wrestling.
It's going to be fun. It's been fun. It's going to continue to be fun. We're glad you're a part of it. And we will see you next Saturday, 11 o'clock, live, right here on TV5. Till then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
Let me tell you something. Why don't you take your boogie and woogie on somewhere else?
Let me tell you something, Flash in the Pan. You goof right there. What's that?
Yeah, there you go. Teach him to come out here and disrespect one of the legends.
Jimmy.
Oh, he gets nailed from behind.
Yeah, and he stops him right there. Boogie Woogie in trouble. I thought
He's got something on his knuckle. He's got brass knuckles or tape or something loaded up. Throws him out of the ring. $1,000 fine, Flash.
Got that right. They'll take care of all his Christmas money. Yeah, he reached down in the ring is what Flash done. And got that thing. Now Flash has got Trailer Park trash.
Watch this move.
He
Look
said,
out.
watch this move. Trailer
Trailer
Park.
Park is off the table.
Whoa!
Oh.
He stopped him and throws him down right in the middle of the ring. Trailer Park
Didn't work out at all.
Oh,
Bradley says this isn't going to happen. Look out, Frank.
See, that's the kind of stuff. Ah, and he throws him right on top
Into
of
the
that
table. Jumping into the ring. Here's at 7. And now it was all a trick. They've got Brandon surrounded in there. Brandon all by himself.
Oh, boy. DDT for BJ. And boy, that was the tennis racket. What a Christmas gift for Brandon back.
Now the organization of Jim Cornette. Now Spin got that plastic bag. Oh, no, come on now.
Hey, come on now.
Incredibly dangerous.
Yeah,
Don't do that. He can't breathe.
All right, well, there you have it. That was the January 1st, 2000 edition of Power Pro Wrestling. Glad you could join it for us. Again, Randy not able to be with us this evening due to having a procedure done today, but he will be back next Monday. No Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night. That returns next Tuesday. So Randy will be back with us starting next week for the Power Hour next Monday night and for Talking Memphis Wrestling along with the panel next Tuesday night. A little bit past top of the hour, so we'll try to get through this quickly. Next week will be episode 91, the January 8th, 2000 edition of the Power Hour. We'll see in the ring Jason Lee with Derek King and CB Wyatt be going against Rico Constantino. And then after that, we will see the first round in a tournament, Lance Jade and Alan Steele going against the D-Dog Posse. So it'll be a tag team tournament starts up next week. The Damager makes his debut going against Nick Dinsmore. And we'll see Flash going against Blade as well. And then we'll see Ali and Brandon Baxter will be out as Ali takes on Seven. And a Trailer Park Street Fight. Trailer Park Trash going against Steve Bradley. So all of that will be on the show next week. Glad everybody could join us. I'll just check super quickly, see if we have any additional comments there at all. Let's see. Always curious, Jimmy Valiant's time in Memphis. This is a comment coming to us from Todd Alexander. He had lost at least 100 pounds since early 80s feud with Lawler. How come he got so skinny and no muscle tone? Maybe something we can discuss next week, because I do not know the answer to that. Al Tuttle on here says, enjoyed the show. Continued prayers for Randy. Great job, Adam. I appreciate that, Al. And I appreciate everyone who watched the show with us here tonight. Once again, Randy will be back with us next week. So, for Randy Hales, this is Adam Dunn saying glad you could join us. And we'll see you again next Monday night for the Power Hour. So long, everybody.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.